And it's episode 64 of the Red Leaf Retrocast Anime Edition. I am your host, JD, joined by the Watcher of Trash, Tori.
That's me. I am indeed the Watcher of Trash. It says so on my Discord.
You are. What trash have you been watching lately?
Exams.
Oh,
not much.
The worst kind of trash.
Yeah, but at least now I'm done. So that's great. And I was originally hoping, because at the start of this year, I set out a New Year's resolution for myself that said that I was hoping to reach 1,000 completed anime this year. And I was hoping to have done that, since this is going to be the last cast we do this year. I was hoping that I would have that done by this cast. Sadly, I didn't. I am two completions off, so a few more days of watching. But it's going to get there. And
sounds like a music video is in order.
A music video, yes, of course.
Anime music video. You watch two of them during the cast, and you will be completed. And therefore you will reach your New Year's resolution. It's cheating a little bit, I know.
Listen, I'm going to finish the last 2 episodes of Psychopath Season 3, and then I'm going to save a special show for my final 1,000 anime.
Frames.
And that's the anime.
A hentai, of course.
No, it's worse.
Worse than a hentai?
Yeah, I am going to be watching Mars of Destruction. Satisfied? I'm going to be watching Mars of Destruction as my 1,000th anime.
Mars of Destruction. I don't know.
It's 1 episode long, and it is, by many, regarded as one of the worst anime ever created. So, it's going to be fun. It is
that should be your plan to watch Cleaning Quest.
It is
show
not.
for the to start off 2020.
It is not. It is not on my plan to watch list. Cleaning Quest. It's not even on my plan to watch list.
Well, put it on there, and
No.
it will be there then.
No, I refuse.
Do what I say, Tori.
No, you're not my boss.
Well, I could be.
Yeah, but you're not. You're not paying me.
But okay, accept my virtual money, and we won't have a problem.
No thanks. I need real money.
I will give you 2 YouTube views.
Oh, wow. All right. That's a lot.
All right.
Hickey, are you back? You're also here.
Yes, I am back and I'm here.
Great.
Discord bugged and he said, "You have no microphone." But I was just talking, right now. I was like, no, I do not recognize. I'm recognizing you have a microphone attached to your PC, but you're not allowed to speak. So I had to go for a little bit and, have some fight with Discord. So now I'm back. Hi.
So Hickey, before the cast, we were speaking of drinking ourselves into oblivion during the Dragon Ball quest. That's what we're watching here. Dragon Ball, Emperor Pilaf, and the Tournament Saga, episodes 1 through 28. Are we drinking or not?
No. I didn't have any time to prepare, unfortunately.
You didn't have time mentally to prepare to drink
it's
yourself
like
into oblivion?
I went out yesterday. It was my friend's birthday, but it was like too late. I didn't want to go out to buy stuff today as well.
Aww.
He doesn't have any alcohol because he's drank it all.
He already drank it all. That is the reason. You know what, Hickey? That is okay. I am totally understanding of your situation.
I know you're gonna drink anyway.
Well, I have a little Bailey's in my coffee right now, but that's as far as I'm going.
Great.
I do have, just in case, nice bottle of scotch called Monkey Shoulder. I thought it was very appropriate for this cast today.
I don't know. Is it though?
Well, yeah. Goku is part of the monkey race.
He is? But I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, you should find a whiskey called Monkey Tail. But
Monkey Tail would have been more appropriate. You know what?
That.
You're right, Hickey.
That is a slang, because of Dragon Ball. That is a slang here for shit. So
is it? No, I suppose yeah.
Well, I mean,
fantastic.
You need when you go, when you go take a shit, you're just cutting off the monkey's tail. Anyway,
when you prematurely squeeze.
Yeah. So it's from Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball people say that.
Fucking weebs.
Yeah. We try.
God.
everyone, I guess.
Well, shall we get going on our final episode of 2019? A lot of people have been looking forward to this one. This was, I believe, this and Pokemon have been a couple of the anime people have been looking forward to quite a lot.
Don't lie.
Going?
They asked us for Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you're right. It was Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry. You're right, Tori.
Don't worry.
It will
only take 188 episodes until we get there. So roughly 4 years.
I mean, we could just watch Kai.
No.
No.
No, we have to watch the original?
Yes. Because technically the Kai is a modern anime.
Exactly, see?
Well, I guess the original Hunter x Hunter is also qualified. We could do that.
No. If you're gonna watch
this has become only the Shonen cast. Sorry, Tori.
Look, if we're gonna watch something from Togashi, we will watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes, I agree, because I've seen that.
Oh, I do want to cover Yu Yu Hakusho quite bad. But we got a lot of anime already on the docket going forward, so.
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, let's get going. Tori, your plan to watch Cleaning Quest.
Yes, me. Are you playing a drop?
I am not.
Of course, because you did last time, so of course you're not going to do it this time.
he only said he won't because you asked. If you didn't say anything, you play the fucking drop.
But I have to ask. I have to ask you, otherwise I'm just going to be sitting there quiet, and Jay's going to be like, why aren't you talking?
No,
why aren't you continuing on, Tori? Jesus.
You just start talking, and it's like, oh, hold on. I got a drop for this.
That too.
Press a button, just silence because no one can hear anything. That goes to the final edition. Okay, can we go now? Yeah, you could have started a minute ago. Okay.
Great. A lot of insight into the recording of Red Leaf Retrocast, but that's not why you're here. You're here to listen to what I've been watching, or watched like a month ago, probably at this point. And that was we're now got to Jay on my Plan to Watch List Cleaning Quest, and I watched Jigoku Shoujo Futakomori, aka Hell Girl, Two Mirrors. That is the second season of Hell Girl, and
dude, I'm so proud of you. You watched 2 seasons of Jigoku Shoujo.
Oh no! You're giving me way too much credit. I watched 5 episodes of season 2.
Okay, I'm so proud of you. You watched a season of Jigoku Shoujo.
I did indeed.
Look, you could have watched the first 5 episodes and then skip to the last 2. You didn't lose.
I know I could have, but I couldn't. I didn't care. Here's the thing, right? I watched Hell Girl is a show. Well, before we get to that, let's say what Hell Girl actually is. The second season of Hell Girl is a TV series of 26 episodes, produced by Studio Dean. Studio Dean also did the first season, and it's directed by Takahiro Omori, who has directed a lot of stuff. And including the new Durarara, Sokusho. And yeah, the synopsis for season 2 is Aenma and her... Actually, you know what? Let's go, since people don't know what it is. Let's just do the synopsis for season 1, so that you can get to understanding what this actually is about. Hellgirl, the synopsis on Mal says, have you heard of Hell Correspondence? Those with a powerful grudge may only access this mysterious website at midnight, allowing them to enter anyone's name and have that person be ferried straight to hell. Aenma, the Hell Girl, will not judge whether or not the chosen target deserves punishment. She will merely exact revenge on them for you. Not much is known about this young girl, other than that she swiftly carries out her tasks and with the help of 3 straw dolls. There is just one catch, however. As payment for carrying out such a request, the user must condemn themselves to an afterlife in hell. So basically, it's sort of the synopsis, how this show works is essentially you have this site on the internet that can only be accessed at midnight. And if you meet the correct conditions. You need to have somebody you really hate and somebody you want to exact revenge on. When you get access to that, you can enter that person's name, and then Aenma will show up in your room or wherever you are behind you, and she will offer you the covenant.
Ooh, and behind you say?
Yeah, and then she will hand you a straw doll with a red string attached, the red string of fate. And handed to you. And basically, this is your last chance. You will receive the straw doll, and if you really, really want to exact revenge, you need to pull that string. If you don't do it, nothing will ever happen, and you will go about life. But as soon as you do that, you have entered the covenant, and your life is now not forfeit. You will live out your entire life as normal, but once you die, your soul will go to hell. But the revenge is that this other person will immediately be killed and ferried away to hell. And the way they die is usually very horrible death, very much torture, usually corresponding to the crimes that they themselves have committed, if they have committed a crime. Not all of the people who end up getting sent to hell are actually that bad. Some of them are really bad, but it depends on what they do. There's a lot of variables that goes into this. And from a just synopsis, and the reason why I picked it up, it sounds interesting, and it could have been interesting. I like this. I like the premise. The problem with Hellgirl is that it is incredibly repetitive. It's basically the same. You're essentially watching the same episode every single episode. It's just that it's a different person now. So, and that
like one of those anime that goes, we're going to be in a cafe, and it's just a different episode in the cafe, or different person in the cafe each time?
Essentially, yeah.
Ugh.
And that
I think it's a little bit worse than that.
For fuck's sakes, you get this. Yeah, I mean, literally every single episode, you get the exact same fucking sequence of animation whenever something happens. So it's like you're literally watching the same episode over and over again. Ooh. It's the exact same thing you saw last episode. And again. And again. And again. And people love this show. It has really high scores on Mal, which kind of surprises me, because it's an interesting premise, but it doesn't really deliver on it. And don't get me wrong, there are good parts. Like, for example, one thing that I really want to highlight is Mamiko Noto, who voices Aenma. Her voice as Aenma is really good. And I love that, like, as cheesy as it is, because they do it, again, every single episode, whenever revenge is set to be put out, and the target is being ferried into hell, or before they get ferried into hell, actually, it always comes into this thing where Aenma will ask you, or it's not even ask you a question, it's a rhetorical question, there is no answer to it. And it's like, where she essentially asks, would you like to try to die, or would you like to die? And I just love that, because she does that, and it's like, she speaks like a little girl most of the time. And she does that too, but it's like, her voice just goes like super high pitch when she does that. And it's just really fucking eerie, and I love that. But that is sadly just one part of every episode, and the rest of the episode is quite boring. So, yeah. No,
doesn't sound very enjoyable.
It isn't enjoyable. It is not. It is way too repetitive, and the story, there really isn't much of a story. There is a little bit of an overarching plot, but like Heikki told me, it's essentially, you watch episode 1 and then you watch the last episode and you'll have experienced the story. Everything that happens between that is kind of irrelevant outside of the episodes.
Up to season 2. The repetitiveness gets worse on season 3, and I've watched half of season 4, and I've watched season 1 and 2 like at least 3 times. I don't know why. I
don't either.
I'm just dumb. Like, but let's not discuss. It's not my list. I'm just someone who actually watched the show. Because since we're talking about revenges, someone who got the revenge got ferried to hell. They have someone who liked them. And sometimes, like, there's a lot of stories where some relative, like, or girlfriends, kind of that, also call the Hellgirl and deliver a revenge on that one person that in the first season asked for the revenge. And so it gets even more repetitive with flashbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The first season, the story, I think it's about the boy who everyone around him dies. It's very unfortunate. The second girl,
The little girl? Yeah. The little girl they pick up, yes. She does make it better. I didn't get far enough in to know exactly what's up with her, but she did appear, and I kind of took her in. Like, what I want to say, like, there are... I don't want to completely shit on the show, because there are some, like, interesting episodes, like, for example, in the second season, you have the episode with the girl who is bullied in school, right? Which is kind of stereotypical. Or at least so you think at first, right? Girl gets bullied by her classmates, and she is this close to committing suicide. But because there is this science teacher who tries to help her, and she wants to, befriend her, and wants to be essentially her only friend, and hopeful that she will keep staying alive, right? Not kill herself. She wants to be the person that this girl can talk to.
What a lighthearted show.
I know, right? And then, as it turns out, when she finally starts to get more courage, and the bullying doesn't matter that much anymore because now she has somebody to talk to. As it turns out, she has not been bullied by her classmates. She has been bullied by the science teacher the entire time, who is an absolute insane sadist who now that she's figured out, just wants to start trying all sorts of dangerous experiments. She wants to pour
Wait, how is it him the whole time? Has he just been paying people off to bully her?
No, nobody has bullied her. Nobody knew who it was. That's why, because this is Japan, nobody said anything. But nobody knew who, because everybody just stayed away from her because she was a bully target. Nobody wanted to get involved, but nobody knew who it was. So when it turns out that it's the teacher, who is now starting to take her and pour acid on her and wants to fucking completely destroy her now.
Acid?
Yep, she is absolutely insane. And then, this finally prompts her to snap because she already has these.
I unfortunately can say I can relate.
Yeah, no, because she, this makes this girl snap, right? Because she's already done the preparation to enter the Covenant. She already has the straw doll, so she finally decides to pull the string. And that's like the most satisfying thing when I and the fucking people finally show up and they take this the science teacher into like this alternate dimension, or like on the way down to hell or whatever it is. And her torture is just her being put through like science experiments, like how they have her put in this in this tube to like extract, like they pour a bunch of like chemicals in there to like extract oxygen so that she can't breathe anymore and stuff like that. And there are episodes that are satisfying. It's fun to see people get what they deserve. But other than that,
I think
there's not much.
There's an innocent that goes to hell, I believe. It's like,
yes.
It's like, dude, the guy didn't do anything, and he just gets like someone calls revenge upon him, and it's like, dude, that is just come on.
No, but I mean that's kind of the point, right? Because it is not cool, it's not about whether or not they did something.
Or no, the other show.
Parade.
Death Parade. Thank you. Moe Death Parade.
It's not really Moe.
I think Death Parade is even more Moe than.
Yeah. But at least I would agree. Like Death Parade has a stronger concept on the whole, like consequences and like the whole afterlife thing. Like Death Parade, it does not get as repetitive as Hellgirl does. Hellgirls is sadly just one idea repurposed many times over the course of many episodes for most of it.
Too many episodes. Let me
Yeah.
Way too many episodes for what they show is.
So yeah.
And way too many seasons as well.
So just like the first season, I ended up giving this a 5, and I dropped it at 5 episodes because I couldn't be bothered watching another 26.
1 point per episode. We're out.
Honestly, I couldn't be bothered watching more. Like, it's 26 episodes. The first season is like 13 episodes. This one's 26. I'm not going to watch another 26 episodes or something I just don't give a shit about.
Fair enough. All right. This time I do have a drop. JD and Hickey's Manga Manhwa Checkout, a segment where each episode we will highlight a manga, manhwa, or webtoon after reading the first volume or X amount of chapters. Our 24th checkout is over the manga Sand Land by Akira Toriyama. Manga was released in Weekly Shonen Jump in the year 2000. It's only one volume at 14 chapters, so short and simple. Wouldn't you say so, Hickey?
Oh, yeah. Very short and very simple, actually.
Summary from Anime Planet. The king of Sandland is very ruthless and greedy. An asshole, one might say. Only he has a source of water and makes money off the commoners by selling bottles of it at an exorbitant price. One day, Sheriff Rao enters the home of the demon Beelzebub and requests his help to find a new water supply, and the son of Satan accepts. Along with the crafty and wise demon thief Rao and Beelzebub set forth into the desert on a grand expedition, a very short grand expedition, discovering along the way that humans and demons might not be so different. So yeah. It is the setting is basically all desert and rock. The demon, the way this all sets out is it explains right away that the human race has basically gone to war so much and nukes gone off and it's just wasteland. Think of Fist of the North Star. Now water is scarce, and this one dude has all the water. And this guy, Rao, just kind of shows up to where the demons are hanging out. And he goes, hey, I saw this bird, water finch, and it has a little fish. I think there's water. Will you join me to find this water supply? Beelzebub's just like, I don't know, man. That sounds like work kind of deal. And then he bribes him with a PlayStation 6 with Dragon Quest 13. He goes, hold on, I'll ask my dad. And Satan's sitting there reading Faust. He's just like, yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Go with him. It'll be a good learning experience.
I just love it. He's just reading Faust. I was like, wait, hold on a second. Why is Satan reading the Faust?
Well, of course Satan's reading Faust. Why? What else? I guess Mein Kampf would be the other one.
No, divine comedy. It should be divine comedy.
Good guy Satan.
Good guy Satan. Yeah, I really got a laugh out of PlayStation 6 and Dragon Quest 13 because, well, the PlayStation 5 is almost here, and Dragon Quest 13 did indeed come out. So,
but we're still waiting on the nukes.
But we're still, all that's missing are the crazy amount of nukes to make us, make the human race die off.
We just need the nukes, the desert, and some buff guys. And a different series, but you know.
So I got a good kick out of the beginning. It basically sets off as the demons are just. All they do is cause mischief more than anything. They're actually quite nice. They just like messing with people. So yeah, because there's a really funny moment where the thief, Sheaf? His name's Sheaf, or do they just call him Thief? I couldn't tell because the bad scanlation that I was reading.
Scanlation. How dare you?
This manga came out in North America. How dare you be reading fucking scanlations?
Anyways, so they're talking, and Beelzebub over here is just like, you know what? Demons are evil. One time, I went to bed without brushing my teeth, and then I woke up, also didn't brush my teeth. And they're just like, Rao, what's the worst thing you've ever done? He goes, I killed people. I was in the war. And they're just like, oh, fuck. This guy means business.
I mean, it's because they technically, like, they ironically poke fun of humanity. From time to time, it's like, yeah, no, we don't kill anyone. Just humans just kill themselves and, brings us down with them. and kind of poking fun at Rao, and this guy's just like, yeah, I killed many people. Like, oh fuck. It's a very interesting moment. I mean, it's a very significant character development moment as well, which there's quite a lot.
Well, for Rao in particular, that's for sure.
No, I mean, sorry. For everyone, you have a lot of character development. Well, except the demons, more the humans.
Yes.
You have quite a lot of character development in a very short 14 chapters manga.
Yeah, it's only just over 200 pages, so it's not long at all.
And a lot of things happen, but it doesn't feel convoluted. You can understand what's going on. They try to make it as simple as possible, so you don't just just don't lose yourself midway. They explain some reasons, like some stuff behind the war and a thing that happened with a genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explain you can't look, Hickey. How long have you been doing this now? Almost 3 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah, something like I think almost 3 years.
If there's 2.5. The podcast been around the anime podcast been around 2.5 years. If there's 3 things we know about manga and anime is you need to have an apocalyptic setting. You need to have Nazi references and genocides.
I mean, JD, listen, that's just your preferences, but okay.
I think the Nazi references would be mine, but
fair enough. Well, I meant this specific package.
Well, I mean, if it goes for this episode, yeah, JD said the Satan should be reading Manga as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I guess. But yeah, no, like it's a very interesting show. It tells you about the world in a manner that is quite enjoyable. Doesn't feel it got stuck in the middle of it just for the sake of it.
Well, it's like as things
progress, it's
learn
like
more about the world.
Episode 1 info dump, like we see sometimes. It's like we hear about the war and what the sheriff actually is in the middle of it. Like they're just strolling in the desert and he starts talking about the war and
he's a delivery man horrible. Like in Death Stranding.
Not quite. Not the sheriff.
Yeah, so it's just like it doesn't waste your time at all. It doesn't mess around. It's just, hey, we need to go here. Their car gets destroyed. It immediately establishes kind of the strength of each person in the group, of what they're good at. Beelzebub is super strong. He's, son of Satan. Rao is a wily war vet, so of course he can defend himself. And Thief is, well, he's a thief who dresses up in a Santa costume and steals a tank.
That's one does.
He's like, hey man, I found a tank. Let's get it. All right, cool. Oh, it belongs to the Royal Army. Well, there's your connection. The Royal Army's now after you. And they know you're immediately after the water supply, basically. And, it just keeps going from there. And everyone gets... the plot just moves in a way that everything makes sense. And, man, I was just so... Like, the more I read into it, I was just very disappointed. I'm like, oh, we're coming to an end. It's really one of those things where I could... If this took off, this could have been something. This could have just been one little arc, kind of like at the beginning of Dragon Ball or something, and it just kept going. But it didn't take, which was unfortunate, and we get just this nice little compressed, simple story.
Yes, probably one of the best Akira Toriyama wrote. And
yeah, it's a real shame. It's a real shame we only got 14 chapters. This was a fun world with fun characters.
Where's Goku? It's shit.
There's no Arali and no Goku, meaning that's shit.
Yep.
And there's no talking. Well, I mean, I think there are some talking animals, so scratch that.
There's almost no talking animals.
I guess the demons would be the talking animals of sorts.
I think there were demons. There were animals. There was a the Japanese demon.
Yeah, the weasel
they
or whatever. He's like, I'm a Japanese demon. Holy water, don't work on me, bitch.
Foo something.
Holy water, don't work on me. Bring out the charms.
I was gonna say Fune, but Fune is ship. It's
Fune.
If it's Fu something. But yeah, he's like, I'm a Japanese demon. I don't care for holy water. I was like, damn. Okay. It's a very interesting manga and really short. You can just read when you have nothing to do, like me that read on the bus going to work.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long. I enjoyed it. I gave it a nice little 7 out of 10. It's quite nice. I recommend it if you're into.
We're scoring the manga.
Well, I mean, I did because I actually finished it. I actually finished one for once.
True, you know. I mean,
it's not like 1,000 chapters, and
the other ones are still ongoing.
Yeah. All right. So if you're into Akira Toriyama's Goofy Little Worlds, it's got fun characters. Recommend it.
Come on, no one's into that guy.
No one's into that guy. You're right. It's 2019. He's so 1986. He's stuck in the past. All right. I will play. Of course, I'll play the Dragon Ball drop, and we can move on. Dragon Ball Z. You know what, Tori? Why don't you take this away?
How about you take this away? I haven't seen Dragon Ball.
What? You didn't watch it at all? Liar.
No. I watched it this time, but I haven't seen it before. Let the expert handle this. The shonen expert needs to handle this.
Oh, but you're the one who's never seen it before.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the shonen expert needs to take care of it.
All right.
Nori in the 80s, 90s, and beginning of the 2000s were a very sad place. People didn't have any childhood.
We didn't have any Dragon Ball, as far as I know, at least.
That is exactly the same as not having a childhood, or at least missing a very important part of it.
Nah, I got Pokemon. It's okay.
Well, everyone had Pokemon since 1998, so...
Yeah, I know. And we were one of them.
People got really upset with me saying Pokemon's just an okay game, and it's... Oh, man.
Oh, I want to make them even more mad. Digimon is now a better game and anime than Pokemon.
I
said Yokai Watch is better than Pokemon, and they're just like, bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played Yokai Watch. You can say anything.
Yeah,
I almost bought a Switch just to play Pokemon, but thankfully I gave up on the idea.
Speaking of super popular properties, reviewing Dragon Ball, we're doing Saga 1 and 2, aka the Emperor Pilaf Saga and the very first Tournament Saga. So we're going to episodes 28 here. Studio Toei Animation, director Minoru Okazaki, whom also directed Dr. Slump, a manga Hickey and I have done before on our checkout. He did the storyboard on the original Lupin III, just to name a couple. Of course, the creator is our boy Akira Toriyama. This was released in the winter of 1986, based on the long-running manga series Dragon Ball, 42 volumes in length. Summary from Anime Planet is as follows. A mysterious monkey-tailed boy named Goku teams up with a teenage computer whiz girl named Bulma to search for the mysterious mystic Dragon Balls. According to legend, Whoever collects all 7 Dragon Balls will have only one wish granted. Join Goku in this hilarious anime as he races and battles to save the world from the forces of darkness. Who will find the balls first? Well, that means balls. 2 things in Goku's case.
He found all the balls. And
Kitty, you're
sometimes
going
he didn't
absolutely
find them.
Crazy today. God.
Just like always.
He's mental.
Just like always.
Absolutely mental.
He's just trying to find the balls you took away from him.
Oh.
Where are they?
He is indeed neutered. That is part of Rhode Island law, so...
Might as well.
Poor guy. All right, well, let's... So I just want everyone's kind of maybe history with the show, Tori, since you don't have any history. I'd like to ask why. Why no history?
For the very simple reason that, as far as I'm aware, Dragon Ball has never aired on TV here. So, I've never had a way to see it before.
All right. Hickey, how about yourself?
Dragon Ball... I don't remember when it first aired, but I don't think I was even born. I can look at Wikipedia. But it had a bunch of reruns over the decades. It wasn't uncommon to see like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z at this airing at the same time. And it was basically it. I was a little kid and turning the television on the morning to see morning cartoons, and there you go. You have Dragon Ball there. You also had Dragon Ball, I think, on Toonami at night, and yeah, and I basically grew up with not only Dragon Ball, but all the anime at the same time. Dragon Ball was one of them, one of the reruns. It was very fun. I have fond memories of that. Not those first sagas. I remember not liking them as much, and because of that, I didn't see many episodes when I was a kid. I've rewatched it when I was older, but I remember when Piccolo appears, which is kind of the next saga until the end when he's more of a good guy. I remember just liking a lot and not missing a single episode. It's great.
My history is very similar. It was on Toonami later in the 90s. I found a bunch of VHS tapes of the original, so that goes along with kind of the Ranma 1/2 Mobile Suit Gundam that I grew up with.
Look at that. Hold on. The Dragon Ball got released in Brazil 4 days after I was born. First episode. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can keep going.
Yeah, so I Dragon Ball Z was extremely popular along with Sailor Moon on Toonami. But I was exposed to the original Dragon Ball first, and then just kind of went from there. So, very much part of my childhood. I've watched this series a number of times, and very excited to talk about it for the podcast here. Because I feel a lot of people were exposed to Dragon Ball Z, and just I get a feeling that everyone watched the original Dragon Ball afterwards, and then just don't like it as much because I guess the characters aren't as older, they're not as powerful, etc., etc. But I'm of the mind that I like the original series more because they're less powerful and more grounded. So whenever they learn just even a simple move, right, or just a karate technique, it just makes it more interesting to me.
Somebody doesn't like it when they go even further beyond.
Yeah, I don't like just the whole destroy the galaxy power, and yeah.
They don't. They don't just go around teleporting and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that is a problem with Dragon Ball as a whole when it comes to the other stories, because Akira Toriyama doesn't know how biology works, and basically, if I'm not mistaken, every Saiyan is born with the power of the father and grows from there. That's why they become so powerful. Well, Goku is just Goku.
Except Goku, who's always stronger than his children.
Well, I mean, he's the prince of of the Saiyan planet, so I guess makes sense. Question mark. But yeah, it's basically like if Goku is very strong, Gohan and Goten will be even stronger because they were born with the final strength of Goku. And then the son of Gohan, well, I think it's a girl in the new Dragon Ball. I'm not watching it. I don't care.
I don't care either.
She has the power of the blade power of Gohan already, and she's a little baby. So biology.
Well, taking out of account everything we now know, if you just go into Dragon Ball first and fresh, what you get is starting in the Emperor Pilaf saga, where each episode we meet a new, more or less important character to round out your cast, and that goes on and that cast makes up the entire series, basically, of the original Dragon Ball. And that culminates in each of those character introductions of getting another Dragon Ball. So this very much plays like an old RPG game. You meet a character, they join your party, you solve their specific problem, they join your party, and you move on to the next location. Rinse and repeat. Which makes sense because Akira Toriyama did a lot of art for the Dragon Quest series, which came out, I believe, around that same time frame that he was writing Dragon Ball and whatnot. And the art is very much by him. So first we meet Bulma, the computer whiz kid who's from a rich family, makes the what do they call it, from Capsule Corp, where it's just you throw a capsule and you get the thing, it just pops out. And Bulma's wish for the Dragon Balls is to get the perfect boyfriend, because that's all a teenage girl wants. And she just runs into this monkey child who's growing up alone in the forest who has a Dragon Ball. And thus the shenanigans begin. Tori.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
So, upon every character coming, you meet Mai Shu, then you meet Master Roshi, then you meet the Pig Oolong, Yamcha Puar, Ox King, Chi-Chi. Whenever you meet all these characters, did you have a favorite character? Did you like one more over the other? Did it drag too long? What did you dislike?
Well, I mean, because
you're not a shonen fan, right?
No. As far as characters are concerned, I don't love them. They are fairly simple. You pick up on them very quickly, who they are, and whatnot. There's some nice chemistry between, I like starting with when Bulma comes, and her immediate chemistry with Goku and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty straight to the point. You get it, you understand. I'm not super into any of them, but it's fine. It works. Again, it's the first 13 episodes. It's you're just getting familiarizing yourself with these characters. So it's a fine starting point. I like that. Master Roshi was a little bit weird. The whole episode where Master Roshi first shows up is a little bit weird.
He's the old pervert that wants to see nothing but young ladies' panties. Not even that. I knew that. I was prepared for. Not even that. It's just the whole turtle walk they ever have to return. I'm I know it's Son Goku, but meanwhile I'm here. It's okay, so what the fuck is this? Urashima Taro now? What's going on here? I don't get it. And then Master Roshi shows up, and I'm okay, I see where they're going with this. So he sure likes his fucking mythology and legends, doesn't he? Akira Toriyama. So yeah,
the characters are okay. Not really much to say on any of them.
All right, well, Hickey, you and I recently read for a checkout, fairly recently, Dr. Slump, and one thing we don't get in Dragon Ball Z, but we get a lot, especially in these early arcs of Dragon Ball, is more or less that same type of comedy. And I've never watched or until reading Dr. Slump, never like put together that comedy before, and now it's just super obvious like what kind of style he was going for, and I guess he just didn't realize how popular Dragon Ball was going to become. But I rather enjoyed a lot of the comedy. It's very much the same as a Rail-chan. Goku and a Rail are very similar to each other in just pure, what is it, not incompetence, but naivete of the world around them.
Yeah, they're just pure.
They're just very pure.
Goku just he lived in a mountain, I think.
Yes. Yeah, lived in the mountainside forest.
I was too busy this past couple of weeks, so I haven't watched it. I'm going by memory and nostalgia glasses. So some stuff might seem odd and off, but that's the explanation. So he didn't travel or anything because old man Gohan said it is dangerous. Also, don't look at the moon, but we will get there.
Well, he didn't do that.
Yeah, his grandfather, kept saying, "Look, it's dangerous. When I'm gone, just stay here and do what I told you to do." So he never seen anyone. He have never seen a woman before, and stuff like that. And when you look at Arale, she's basically the same. She's a robot. She was just born, and although the environment is a little bit different because she's not in a fucking mountain, she has a lot of things around her, and she's very interested to what is around her in this respect. I think she's more proactive than Goku. Goku only becomes proactive when I would say, just a little bit after Bulma comes. I guess with Oolong, when Oolong joins the party, you see a more proactive Goku in his naiveness.
Even
in the
then,
world.
Whenever something happens, he usually has to be told what the fuck's going on, because even somebody walking up to them threatening them, that's not dangerous to him. He doesn't even register that as possibly a situation that needs to be.
Arale is so powerful because she's a robot that she doesn't perceive danger. But, she still seeks out to understand what's going on or to find new experiences. Goku is just like, oh, you're gonna find some balls? Cool.
You're gonna find some balls? I'll join you. Oh yeah, by the way, you need to give me your ball too. No, I'm not giving you Grandpa.
Yeah, and then she just more or less tricks him into joining the party, and that's how he learns.
I know what boys want, and you can have it. And Goku's like, huh? What?
Yeah,
I don't.
You can have me, or you can look at my panties, and he just
not
goes,
even that. You can see, you can look at my panties. You can see you can touch my ass. I don't want to touch your stinking ass.
That's where you poop.
It's like, you know what? That is logical. I appreciate you.
It's absolutely logical. Which is why it's funny. Like, she's taking a bath, and he just walks in. Bulma, what are you doing?
Oh, not even that. She doesn't even register him because he looks so young. And it's like, how old are you? 14. What the fuck? He isn't even 14, but he thinks he's 14. I thought that was hilarious. It's just like, well, I mean, you're almost as old as me. Get out.
Yeah, you're as old as me. Get out of here.
But he's really 12. Or no, 12 or 11?
Oh.
Was Goku 12 or 11? I don't remember.
He's not that much younger than her, but he...
No, I know.
But his mind sure is.
You would also be fucking 3 years old in the head if you spent your entire life in a mountain.
Well, absolutely.
Alone.
So, just to go over a few of the characters here. Mai and Shu are the two henchman of Emperor Pilaf, a short little blue alien dude who has a lot of money. He's a king of some region. He wants the Dragon Balls to take over the world, so it's your Team Rocket Pokemon-esque plot that came out way later, but anyways.
And yeah, that's right, it copied Pokemon. There you go.
Well, you said it, Tori, not me. You do meet Master Roshi, the martial arts old man who drank the Fountain of Youth, so he's always old and he'll basically never die. You meet Oolong, who's this transforming pig guy who tricks a whole town. You meet Yamcha and Poir, talking cat. Yamcha is a desert bandit with reputation. And each person has a shtick, right? Mai and Shu are incompetent. Master Roshi's a pervert. Oolong is conniving, I guess. He's always in it for himself. And he's actually super weak. Yamcha gets so nervous around women, he just freaks out, so he's super shy.
But not little girls. He is more than willing to beat up little girls.
Well, look, as soon as they get boobs, things change, Tori, okay?
Oh, that's what you reacted. I was more thinking about the fact that he has no qualms fucking punching a fucking little girl. That's like, nah, whatever, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, this is very much not 2019.
I can't beat like a 14-year-old girl, but a 7-year-old? Fucking hand it to me. I'll beat her to a pulp.
No holds barred now. You meet the Ox King, who's actually a really nice guy, but he has a reputation for being evil, with his daughter Chi-Chi, who's, Goku saves her, and they end up, what is it? What's the stipulation? It was, if you save her, I'll give you my daughter in marriage or something, and or Chi-Chi asks him to marry, and he just goes, yeah, but he thinks it's food, which plays into the story way later. Then the balls are, so you get they gather up most of the Dragon Balls. Pilaf and his group steals them. Then they meet at his castle for an epic saga finish, in which they're all captured, and Goku then finally tells the story about how his grandfather died, and he's like, yeah, that night there was also a full moon, and Bulma kind of puts it all together, uh-oh. Then they all put it all together, uh-oh. Goku, don't look at the moon. Of course, he looks at the moon as they're all captured, and he turns into the giant monkey creature. And that's when they come up with the plan.
Fucking King Kong. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. He turns into King Kong.
Mm-hmm.
They cut off his tail, and that gets him to turn back into his form. And Oolong, in a rush to stop Emperor Pilaf from casting his wish, Oolong wishes for the most perfectly comfortable pair of underwear, which is, of course, like this nice pink panties. They're super silk, and he puts them on his head.
Oh, yeah, the Japanese, he just wanted a pair of panties.
That's all he wanted.
I love it, though.
It was a rush wish.
No, fuck you. It was not a rush wish. That is exactly what he wanted.
Well, it is Oolong.
He just has to stop Pilaf from saying anything, because of course Pilaf is like, I want to hurry up and make your wish. I want a perfect pair of panties. Wish granted.
Well,
I don't even care that you didn't get. I didn't even care. I love it though. The dragon doesn't even give a shit that he didn't collect the Dragon Balls or anything. Just, as long as anyone makes a wish, it's like, sure, I'll make that happen. Fuck it. Anyone.
The Chinlong doesn't give a shit. Honestly, he doesn't even give a shit to who got all the spheres.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. It just matters who makes the wish. It's like, okay, he doesn't really care. And he also doesn't really want to be there. I guess it's really clear.
Yeah. All right. Who summoned me? Okay.
I mean, at least this is one of the most unique wishes in this series, because the rest is just like, I want to revive my friend. Like, okay, cool. Here, have your friend back. I'll go back to the spheres and show them in the space so no one can find me anymore. goodbye. And then they find it again, and it's like, I want to revive my friend. And it's either Yamcha or Kuririn. it's either one.
Always Yamcha or Krillin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the names are different. Also, Master Roshi is called Master Kame?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fucking turtle hair mitts.
And Brazil is Kame from
Knowing where the series ends up going, you would think they would wish for someone to be the strongest in the universe, or stronger than X person, just to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, some people try to ask about immortality. I believe Piccolo wanted to be immortal, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, although he's technically
not immortal.
No, he's technically immortal. By all means.
Oh yeah,
because
Kami,
his race just lasts thousands of years. Unfortunately, everyone died in the genocide, but that's
later.
You know, that's later. Yeah, but like he can live for thousands of years, and he decided to, I don't know, find some balls and wish for immortality, I guess. But usually it's just like someone asking for someone to be revived or something like that. It's not really very unique, many unique kind of wishes. And, you know, death in the first Dragon Ball, this series is more significant than the other ones. The other ones, there's the underworld, and then dead people come back to Earth as ghosts. It's just way too convoluted. This one, I guess the most perfect pair of panties in the universe or existence is a very valid wish. That's where I was getting.
I very much like the way the world is kind of played out. It's kind of like Sandland, really. It's just in these 13 episodes, you know exactly, you know, what the grounds are, you know the goal, each person lays out. I quite like it. It's very simple in 13 episodes.
I do not like the setting, though. Not at all.
You don't like the setting?
No.
Why is that?
Because of the fucking modern times, yet fucking futuristic times, yet ancient times with dinosaurs and fucking... literally, for the first 13 episodes, I'm just sitting here trying to work out when the fuck this is actually taking place, because shit makes no fucking sense, God.
Yes,
I do not like the talking animals or the dinosaurs. I think that is not necessary.
Aww.
Yes, it is just Akira Toriyama, for some reason, really loves dinosaurs, really loves talking animals.
I mean, it makes sense because
advanced technology.
Yeah.
Because we see that in every single manga he wrote.
Yep. It makes sense because Dragon Ball is, from the start, Dragon Ball is mostly like a starts like a lot of shonen starts out as like a gag manga. So like it makes sense why he wants it to be silly, but I don't know. I'm not into it.
Yeah, fair enough. I just like how it plays out like an RPG game. And since
the weirdest RPG game.
And since we know like Dr. Slump was before this, and we know that character, you know, I definitely see the connection there. I quite like the cast of characters. They're all very goofy. I think they kind of complement and play off each other. Just the tandem of Bulma and Goku by itself really makes me disappointed later how they don't they're not really interconnected. It becomes the Goku Chi-Chi thing, and that's kind of a bummer. But for these 13 episodes, I was like, yeah, the Bulma, Goku, they're the two, right? They're the duo. You got the smart teenage girl and the goofy wild child.
Yeah. Speaking of like fucking chemistry as well. Like I love the what were her name? Mai and Shu, right? Their relationship with Pilaf, when it's just like when they're going out and they're continuously failing, and then it's like they're about to return back empty-handed again, and then it's like the whole like we're like like I wish Pilaf is always so harsh on us. Yeah, I know, right? Why can't he just come back and say something like, I don't know, oh, welcome back, you did a good job, here, have a nice hot meal and get some rest, you worked hard. But no, he would never say that. And then they return and Pilaf just like, oh, you return, well, you've worked hard. Oh yeah, here, have some nice hot food and get some rest. Do you really think I would say that?
To the torture chamber.
Yeah, but it's nice that they do that for even the villains.
The art style is very Akira Toriyama. That's what we now know it as. I love it. And when you see the new Dragon Ball, what the fuck's it called? Mm-hmm. Dragon Ball Too Strong? What is it?
Dragon Ball, it's not Akira Toriyama, I don't really care. Ball.
Like, you see the art style of the newest Dragon Ball series, and then you go back and watch the original Dragon Ball. It's almost like this is better. It's like better animated and made, just from the art style being so precise and unique to everything. Am I the only one that thinks that?
No, I mean, I haven't watched it recently, so, nostalgia glasses, but I remember being... some parts were well animated. Like, it wasn't everything, but, I think you had a lot of, repetition in frames and animation.
Well, it was the 80s. What I'm saying is the art style kind of gives it the illusion that everything's better.
The Kamehameha is just one animation.
The Kamehameha is not animated for most parts of it. It does not exist. But fucking, I mean, true. Like in the first 28 episodes of Dragon Ball so far that I've seen, the animation it's not bad. It's just very limited. Like,
Dragon Ball Super. That's what.
Whenever they fight. I mean, obviously, if you've ever seen any Dragon Ball, you pretty much know to expect this. But like when you see them fight, for example, right, it's not like you get to see them fight. It's kind of just, oh look here, like. Their arms are disappearing, and they're like fucking jumping up out of frame, and then camera moves, and they're falling, and then bang, impact frame, like fucking something or other. Like it's not super well animated, but then again, it is also made for kids. It makes sense. Sure. They don't necessarily care about seeing some fucking elaborate movement into real life, like something like makes like real life martial arts. Like that's something I like now, right? But like if I was like, I don't know, 10 years old watching this, I'd be happy with this. Doesn't bother me. It's not bad. It's just it's very simplistic. Yeah. It knows what it wants to do. The art style, I think, I would say that I do think that there's probably a bit of nostalgia going on. Like it's not bad art. Like I said. No, Akira Toriyama is really good at one of the most important things of when it comes to character designs, and that is distinction. It is really easy to tell characters apart.
Yes,
and that is good
very
enough.
Much so.
Yeah, that is good enough. That's what you want. You don't want to sit there and look at a bunch of characters and be like, "Who are you again?"
Yeah, the only question is when Goku gets older and he looks exactly like Yamcha. Yeah. It's just Yamcha has a scar.
Well, but at least Yamcha has a scar, and the hair is a little bit different. But
I mean, when you get a bunch of characters, eventually it's going to be kind of hard to come up with new models for everyone.
But everyone starts to look like variations of Goku instead of like Krillin is the. Well, let's get into the next saga, which is the Tournament Saga, and you meet Krillin. This is where basically Goku goes out into the world, and you see Master Roshi training Krillin and Goku. And they're learning martial arts, and they're going into a tournament, and yeah, you meet Krillin. He's at the time, he's as tall as Goku. He's bald. And he's got.
He looks like a midget.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like a little person.
He looks like a midget. Come on. He's arms are way too short for the model, and as well the torso. He's and it doesn't get better because it doesn't actually grow. But man, I remember I really hated that little prick when he was when he was a kid in Dragon Ball. He got better with time, but
I wonder why.
Wasn't him wearing diapers when he first appeared? I remember something like that. But I cannot pinpoint from where is that memory.
You're mistaking it from that meme that's always posted in our Discord. But yeah, he doesn't wear diapers when he first shows up. I don't remember him wearing diapers anyways. I know it was very, when we first see him, he just goes around running and kicking shit and fucking, I'm super strong! Look how fast I am! Yay! And he goes to find Master Roshi to get trained. And then, that's really difficult because Master Roshi doesn't take in any disciples. So, there's only one way to prove yourself to Master Roshi. Either prove that you are worthy, or bribe him with some porn. Either way.
It's
very appropriate.
I have the most perfect panties in the existence.
Krillin literally just goes to Master Roshi and he's like, so, I want you to take me. And he's like, I don't know. Okay, listen, I didn't want to do this. And he opens his fucking traveling bag and he pulls out a porn magazine, but you can have this. I was like, ooh, I don't know. Listen, I have many of these and you can have them all. And he's like, fine, I'll train you.
Yes, love it. Yeah, it's really funny. He's just like, Krillin knows what he's doing. Yeah, in between you meet Launch, the split personality chick. She's really or Lunch, as it says. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sneezes and turns into a badass blonde chick. She's the one character in the series that you're just like, why is she here exactly?
Yeah. That was a bit... I didn't understand. I don't really understand why they would find the need to bring... I understand. Master Roshi wanted a booty girl, but...
yeah, you got it.
Other than that, it's like... Why?
Yeah.
What does she do? She cooks, I guess. She also made everyone sick.
Her character in her episode, and then what purpose she plays, is the only character out of these 28 episodes I really didn't see a purpose in. Other than she hangs out with Master Roshi afterwards.
Listen, there were a bunch of... This was going to be a moment where there were only going to be guys. We can't just have guys. There needs to be a girl.
Yeah, no one will watch an anime if there's only guys. Well, yeah, there's one type of anime some people will watch if there's a lot of guys in it.
Yes, and that is primarily watched by girls.
Yes, we're not talking about shonen. We need a lot of guys. Never mind.
So yeah, this is the part in the story where it's your typical tournament training arc. They're learning techniques, they're building up their strength, and then it's the tournament itself.
Hold on, did you just say they're learning techniques?
Sure,
motherfucker, they are learning to dig up a fucking farm with their entire using their hands. They are being made to work so that Roshi can make money.
Tori, you clearly forget wax on, wax off. They're learning all the technique that they need. Delivering milk, making money for Master Roshi.
Yeah, carrying milk, having to learn to outswim sharks.
Well, it all plays off in the end, and it works, because they go to the tournament, and it's like competitive comedy, almost. No, that's exactly what it is. It's competitive comedy. You get a host of goofy characters. Master Roshi no, he doesn't cross-dress.
He cosplays, if anything.
He cosplays. Thank you. That was a Freudian slip, I guess. He cosplays as Jackie Chan.
You cannot say that, JD.
I can't?
Just don't say that. No.
I'm not allowed to?
No, so don't say that there was a Freudian slip. That means cross-dressing was on your mind and you're thinking about it. And that opens some doors I really don't want them to be open.
Well, we already know Tori's a furry.
Huh?
I also didn't need to know that.
I am no furry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That is something a person that's a furry would say.
Sure. Actually, I think a furry would gladly admit that they are a furry, because that's what they do.
JD, he's not a furry. He's a mineral.
Oh, see? Get it right.
Okay. So we get the so Master Roshi cosplays as Jackie Chan, who goes by the name Jackie Chun.
Jackie Chun.
There's a key distinction here, okay? It's not the same.
Right. And we get a host of other characters. Goku, Krillin, Master Roshi, all enter. Really just fun comedy-esque fights of people trying to out-trick Goku, essentially, because he's so dumb. Everyone treats them as small children, which, well, they are, but they're really strong, so...
That's another thing. I mean, like, again, it makes sense. It's comedy, but there is just something to me like, all of a sudden, because of all this training they've done, they're now really fast, they're really strong, they can jump really high, and all that. And that's okay. I understand. There's just something annoying to me though about the fact like, we have trained so much. Our muscles are now so big and so strong that we can do all of this. It's like that all of a sudden, like just jumping, we feel lighter than ever. Jumping is easier than ever. And I'm like, I mean, fucking, muscles weigh a fuck ton if they get that big. You would not feel lighter at all.
But they were wearing weights, weren't they?
Doesn't matter. When your muscles increase, when your muscle mass increase, you get heavier. You'll get a lot heavier. You don't feel lighter, even if you are stronger. That's not how muscles work.
Hey man, look, I told you. Toriyama doesn't know biology.
I know. It's a it's a comedy. It's
really
okay.
Doesn't know biology.
Yeah, no, but I don't even think it's not even about knowing biology. It's a comedy. It's okay. It's fine that he decides to go that route. It's just one of those things. Like when I see it, I'm like, yeah, bullshit. Fuck you.
I mean, I think I love the comedy in Dragon Ball. I love how it plays out. Anything that doesn't make sense, it just makes you laugh it off. You know, and I think that's where a lot of it kind of loses track as the series goes on. But right now, I just find myself cracking up a lot. All the comedy hits. It's a very easy 28 episodes to watch. For me, anyways.
I mean, yeah, it's like 20 minutes an episode.
We've watched some anime where even 10 minutes makes you go, oh my god, there's still 10 minutes left.
Yeah, but that's different. Those are bad.
Those are bad. Oh, that means Dragon Ball is good.
Yes, Hickey. I think.
I mean, we'll get to that.
Ha! I got you. Motherfucker.
We'll get to that.
So what did everyone think of the tournament itself? Did anyone have a favorite fight, a favorite like goofy character?
I mean, a lot of the characters in the tournament just get disposed of so quickly. Oolong. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You have to fucking...
JD knows why, but I think that's way later in the anime.
It's not here. But, like, fucking... Oh, my God. The stinky dude. That was not a fun fight.
Oh, come on. That was awesome.
No.
Against Krillin, who has no nose.
I mean, that was okay, but that's all the way at the end. Oh, the first part is just like when they keep describes, he has never taken a shower in his entire life. The fact, fucking, if he smells clean air, fucking, he is offended. Like, I'm just like, oh, please, no. And then he farts in Krillin's face. I'm like, oh, that poor guy's like, hey, you have no nose. So I was like, fuck. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like, fuck you. Fine, whatever. I guess I gotta accept it, but only because this is so fucking disgusting.
But here's the reason. if you pass something that's so gaseous and noxious that it will get into at least your eyes and make you tear up, you can taste it. Other senses will be affected.
Why was he all of a sudden okay with it? Why is it like, oh yeah, okay?
Because his mind then goes, oh yes, I do not have that sense, therefore I am impervious. It all makes sense.
Toriyama doesn't know biology.
See, all makes sense now.
We've discussed this already.
Yeah,
he doesn't know biology.
I mean, the obviously the final fight between Goku and Jackie Chun. Totally not Master Roshi. Definitely not.
Definitely not. No.
Yep. So yeah, that's
Master Roshi doesn't have hair.
Yeah. See, that's right. No, but that's definitely that was definitely the most fun fight for me. It's just like all the silly things they're trying to get them. Even at the end, there was Goku finally did it. Jackie Chun is gonna fall out of the ring, and it's like he's out. He did it. Goku won. And it's like Master Roshi's like, no. Look again! And he's just kicked his foot into the fucking arena.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just right into the side.
It's like, oh, I see.
You know why I love these fights so much, and why the ring out plays such a big deal? It's because they don't know how to fly yet.
Ah, yes. I mean, Goku did use his tail to fly, and then he was probably told, you can't do that anymore because... For whatever reason, it's apparently unfair for a guy who manages to self-propel, uses a fucking tail as a propeller to fly in, but the giant dragon with the wings, whatever, that's just a part of you. But I mean,
yeah, that didn't make sense because
that's a part of his body was the reasoning for why he could the dragon could fly. But the tail is a part of Goku's body. Why can't he use it?
Yeah, that one instance.
Yeah, that one instance.
I did get a kick out of Goku using the flying Nimbus. For those that don't know, is a magic cloud that you can only ride if you're pure of heart. So of course, Krillin and Roshi cannot ride the Nimbus. Neither can Bulma because she's too conniving. But Goku, no problem, and it plays into the fights where he gets kicked, basically punted out of the ring. And calls for the Nimbus, and it takes him back. And then they're just like, "That's a cloud. You're riding a cloud." Okay, we'll let it slide this one time. Now the rules clearly state you can't use your cloud.
Yep, but it didn't before. There were no rules. Didn't say no clouds.
Did not say no clouds, but now it does. Okay, all right.
It's just there's so many silly things like that. And I mean, even the whole dragon thing, like, I don't try hard to be villain more now. Like, fucking, I'm so bad. Look at me kicking. Although I did find it funny that he decides to kick the fucking 3 martial arts students before the fight with the Goku. So it's like, look how strong I am. Let me kick these guys who were previously defeated by, Krell.
Right.
I mean, it's like, I guess you don't. I wouldn't exactly say that that he showed off his power here. I mean, we all know that these guys aren't that strong. Not anymore, at least. Not in comparison. But I guess.
What did you think of the Jackie Chun versus Krillin fight?
The Jackie Chun versus Krillin fight.
Yeah, in the semifinals.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember. It's just, I don't know. It went as I expected. I mean, all the fights ended as I expected, but, yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny, because Krillin, again, he just goes, like, he's quick to realize that Roshi is stronger than him. I mean, Jackie Chun is stronger than him, so then he tries to out-trick him with distraction of, was it porn again, or was it panties?
I think it was porn again.
Either way, he tries to distract him with lewd material.
Yep. Hey, man, it happens.
And that's when Jackie Chun uses the Kamehameha wave to blast himself into the ring. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Simple. Yeah, that's true as well. I also like the fact they're fucking the play-by-play they did.
Go on.
Fucking the play-by-play they did when it was just like something happened in a short span of time, and the commentator and nobody got what actually just happened. So it's like, can you explain what just happened? And then they go, yeah, sure. So what happened? And they just start breaking down everything that happened in a short span of time. Like, all the moves they did, everything. And then, because they can't move, they're going to have the announcer come in and move them around and, like, jump.
Yes.
It's like, and then we did, and then we let it back. And that's how we ended up here. It's like, all that in the span of, like, less than a second, huh? All right, I see.
Absolutely.
Carry on. All right, just carry on fighting. Whatever.
What happened was I tried to roundhouse kick him, but he moved slightly to the left with a cross block. Yeah. I liked how everything played out. It was lots and lots of fun. Hickey, I haven't gotten your thoughts on like basically the tournament.
Oh, it's okay. It's not like I remember it.
Oh, okay.
It's been a long time, okay? It's been a long time. And there's a lot of tournaments in Dragon Ball. Oh. They're just mixing together in my head. It's just, in my memory, it's just one tournament.
Just remember, Master Roshi, Jackie Chun won.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember that Jackie Chun won the tournament, but that's about it, I believe. I remember some silly things, some jokes. Clearly, like, Akira Toriyama has his own kind of humor. But yeah, it's been a long time. I should at least watch the tournament, since it's just, 4 episodes, I think.
Well, the final fight between Goku and Master Roshi is the last 3 episodes of the arc. Because, to break it down, it goes Jackie Chun. That's when Goku comes in with the tail. Jackie uses the after image technique. But then Goku goes triple after image because he sees it once. That's his thing. Yeah. Jackie Chun uses drunken style. And Goku counters that with the monkey attack because he's a monkey boy. What else? Trying to remember. Jackie uses, I think, a lightning attack, and that's when Goku gets a glimpse at the full moon in the sky.
Oh yeah, that like fucking the thing he used to defeat his father back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
Jackie tries to hypnotize Goku because Goku's an idiot, so he just falls for everything right away.
Yeah, and then obviously it's just, of course, the way to break him out of that is to just say, like, to just fucking remind him of dinner. Like, oh, you're gonna have food soon. It's like, huh? Me? Food? Who? Who's cooking? He's way too simple-minded. But yeah, you like you said as well. Goku gets a glimpse of the moon, and then he turns into fucking King Kong again. Because of course he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we have to end it with that sad, oh my god, Jackie Chun killed Goku. No. Of course he didn't. He just chopped his tail off.
I do kind of wish that he would have won that way. He destroys the moon, and Goku wakes up outside the ring, and that's how he lost, right? I kind of wish it was that way. And then they could have, I think they could have done the next arc with Jackie not necessarily beating Goku, but they could have done that second finish later, with the whole side of the foot platform. And but when Goku gets out of his monkey form and has to wake up again, he's like, what, half as powerful? I guess that does explain why he couldn't.
He's hungry.
Win.
He's fucking exhausted. He is. I gotta say, I do really dislike that in a lot of shonens. The whole like obvious weakness. Like I don't mean having an obvious weakness, but I mean like the stupid weakness. Like Goku is super strong unless he's hungry, then he's useless.
Yeah, that's kind of like in Fairy Tail Natsu's seasickness thing.
Yeah. That's why I said it's a shonen thing, not just a Dragon Ball thing. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm like, I am really fucking strong, and I have this like one weakness because it's always something like, I mean, even Fairy Tail, like with Fairy Tail, at least there's like, there has to be some sort of vehicle involved. They have to be moving in some way that isn't by their own doing. for that to that's a Dragon Slayer thing as well. It's not just Natsu, but like in the problem I have with, like, for example, feeding or food or being hungry in Dragon Ball isn't that it doesn't make sense. Is that it becomes such a convenient thing whenever there is like, they don't do it that often, but it is one of those things. Where it's like they do it once, even when the Yamcha first arrives. It's like, oh, Yamcha's here. Well, he shouldn't be a problem for Goku. Goku maybe. Well, now he's gonna be, because Goku's obviously really hungry now. It's like, yeah, right. Of course he is. That's one of those things. It's like I don't like having a obvious weakness that is something that can just be brought up whenever.
It's a cop-out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's an absolute cop-out. Yeah, I don't like that. That's why I'm saying, like, the whole Moon situation would have been a better ending, and then they could have set up a different weakness for Goku rather than he's hungry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess
maybe the next tournament. Well, they kind of do that in the next tournament with stronger opponents for Goku that show up, and that wears him down. But anyways, that's getting out of the two arcs here.
The problem is extending also the life of Jackie Chun, which is a tournament only character. So, if you get him out of the tournament, would be a little bit weird, and you'd have to think about situations to put Jackie Chun together with Goku that is not in the tournament, or a redraw of the match because a fucking huge monkey appeared out of nowhere. But who cares? So yeah, it just gets more complicated. So Goku is dumb and he's hungry, so he just doesn't want to do anything. Done. Not much of a weakness. It's just like, let's get over with it and move along.
So, well, all right. Do we need not much else to say, is there?
No.
You have a favorite side character? You have a favorite side character to this point? Basically, who's not Goku? Basically.
Yeah, no, I know. Fucking
Yamcha, because he's not the Yamcha we all know and love yet.
I don't know. I don't have a favorite yet.
I like Bulma and the role she plays and how she bounces off Goku, and I think
so bitchy.
It's funny.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I like her, and I miss the chemistry. It's what disappeared from the series. This is the only time we get to see it, really. Kind of a bummer. In hindsight, yeah. Anyways, I don't have much else to say. You guys?
Dragon Ball sucks. No, I'm joking.
Dragon Ball is an interesting creation out of Toriyama's head. The humor might be a little bit difficult if you're not a child.
Or born in the 80s.
If you read something like Dr. Slump before,
thanks, Tori.
You're definitely gonna ease up the comedy way into your body and soul. Yeah. Many things doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's on Toriyama's fault. He's not the smartest guy.
What do you mean? He invented his own power system.
He's not very smart guy. But it's okay. It doesn't take away that much from the story. Of course, this is only 20 episodes of 100 and something.
153, I think.
Yeah, something around those lines. It's
153.
More than 150 episodes. But just like we talked when discussing the Sandland, the arcs are very compact. Dragon Ball, the arcs of Dragon Ball usually are quite complete on its own and not rushed, very simple, especially the characters are mostly very simple-minded, so you cannot be very complex with them. They're highly compact and easy to watch. So, watch with watch without any restraint. Preferably in your native language, because that is how Dragon Ball is made to be watched. Except if you live in Norway, because Norway doesn't have a Norwegian official dub.
Or a Norwegian official show. No, but fucking, I don't give. Watch it in Japanese. People make a lot of shit about it. Yes,
the
people
Japanese
make a lot.
Bad.
Shut up.
No. It's Dragon Ball should be watched in your language.
That's fine if you want to watch it in your...
Listen to Tori.
The Japanese dub is perfectly serviceable. People are complaining about kids sounding like kids. I don't get it.
It is not. It's not, and you are wrong. No, you, sir. No, you.
Goku sounds like Tetsuro from Galaxy Express 3, and it's okay.
No one watches Leiji Matsumoto shows.
I do! Shut up, Icky!
But we don't have a life. And so we like Leiji Matsumoto stuff.
Okay? Shut up, you're right, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, see. You should watch in your language, in your native language, because that's how Dragon Ball was made to be watched. Just like every single other
Shonen
retro show that got imported.
No,
okay.
Watch it Japanese.
Anyways, I don't have much else to add from you guys. I give the first couple sagas an 8 out of 10. Just a couple things that, I give it it's very nice and compact. I quite enjoyed that. I was never bored. It's just just a couple things I had issues with, which we discussed. So a couple points off. 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Dragon Ball is fun. It's a fun watch. It's not particularly complicated. It obviously is made for kids. Humor's nice at times. A little bit dated for my taste. Not everything is funny. I don't like even me who was born in the 90s thinks this is dated. But there are like I said, Bulma is fine. The chemistry between characters is fine, but they have like individual Bulma, she's a little bit bitchy for my liking. Master Roshi gets a little bit too perverted at times. I know, right? Krillin is Krillin. Stuff. Yamcha, the fucking... that's pretty much how I feel about the characters. They are who they are. That's really it. So, it's not a bad show. I don't dislike it. I do like it, but I'm not super into it. I give it a 6.
A fine from Tori.
A fine from
I'm pretty sure he said good earlier, Hickey. Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so that's a joke. That's at least a 7.
It was a joke.
I
gave it a 6.
By exclusion, he said Dragon Ball is good.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. So that's a 7.
No. It was a joke.
A fine is also fine.
Fine is also good.
Fine is also good because
fine is not also
makes
good.
Sense.
Good is good.
Everything that Tori said makes sense.
Yeah.
However, I mean, we cannot complain at the animation because it's a show made for kids and
in 1986.
They did a good in 1986 they did a good job with what they had. I think it's a timeless animation and it is, from my memory, really good, but I was a kid and for me everything was good.
Still is.
I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. I saw it coming and I did it anyway. But I'll give it a 7. I'll stay in the middle of you two, since both of what you guys said check out with my memories, and so a 7. Between the 8 and 6, I think it's a good score for the first 2 sagas of Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball gets a 7 out of 10 for the first 2 sagas. There we go.
That's a whole 1.12 less than it has on Mal.
That is okay.
We are going to get so much hate.
That's the whole series. That's the whole series.
We are going to get so much hate.
Now,
please send all your hate mail to JD at Bowling JD on Twitter.
So that is a full score point higher as a group than we gave Sailor Moon. So I guess we'll see the fallout.
Well, but Sailor Moon is bad. Let's be honest.
Sailor Moon is bad. I can't wait until we get back to it.
Oh no, that is that is coming.
We won't sit here for, well, now roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes. Not 4 hours anymore, thank God, to just lie at the end.
Yeah.
Wow. So, unfortunately, Sailor Moon is not that good. But Dragon Ball is. So, watch Dragon Ball.
Or watch something good.
I like Tori's way of thinking. So you won't see us for 3 weeks as we go through the holidays and New Year's. Our next anime up for review is Witch Hunter Robin.
Woo! Maybe.
Which I guess we'll find out who will be the guests on that. We have a couple people. So, I guess we'll find out.
All right.
Join us next time. This was episode 64 of the Anime Red Leaf Retrocast. See you next time.
Peace.
See you.
Be as brave as you can be, a childlike